You thought I fell off? You're smoking something.
Hello and welcome to Sports Tips UK's football video.
That's the one. I'm Marcus J. Richardson.
And I'm Adam Thorne. And I don't know why you've invited me here to do this, because I know jack shit about football.
Well, you know, I thought seeing as we're coming indoors and we're doing a boxing video, we may as well do a football video, and I thought I'd hand over the presenting to you and let you present, motherfucker.
So, yet again, there are some football matches happening this Saturday, as is the case pretty much every Saturday.
Yep.
Which ones have you picked out?
Do you know what? It's a bit of a weird one this weekend. I'm struggling to find a bet, because obviously there's been a lot of chopping and changing. A lot went on last weekend. Liverpool, my team, are in disarray because...
It wasn't a good weekend for the Liverpool clubs, was it?
No, it wasn't a good weekend for the Liverpool clubs
against
at all.
North London.
Yeah, the North London versus Merseyside battle certainly came out in favour of North London. Tottenham looking very good indeed. Arsenal looking actually quite good, but then again they were playing a very mediocre...
Everton have sacked their boss.
They have, yeah. Koeman's gone. Be interesting to see who comes in there. I mean, there's lots of talk of Sean Dyche from Burnley going there, but if I was Sean Dyche, I would hang around at Burnley, because Burnley are doing really well this season, getting results left, right and centre.
Have Everton not got quite a lot of money behind them now, though? They
have, yeah. Everton have got a lot of money behind them, which they spent. That's why Koeman's been sacked, because they got a lot of money for Lukaku as well. So, you know, that was obviously a big loss for Everton, losing Lukaku. But, I mean, Everton this weekend are actually...
But they gained a Wayne Rooney, which is obviously is he not good anymore? I don't know. I haven't watched football for a couple of years.
Brilliant. Aren't we glad we've got Adam in for the football?
I'm joking. I know he's probably fucking useless.
He's all right, actually. He's done all right for Everton since he's come in. He had a bit of a quiet spot. I mean, to be honest, it's hard because everybody at Everton's been pants, so it's been difficult to blame it on Rooney necessarily. I think Rooney's been one of Everton's better players, in all fairness. But they are travelling to Leicester this weekend, who are also currently without a manager. So two managerless teams coming up against each other. Leicester have Michael Appleton, who's actually an ex-Blackpool manager. I know quite a lot about him, and he's done quite well. He got a good result last weekend. Can he continue? I think that one might be a draw. I think they might cancel each other out. But the games that I'm looking at this weekend mainly are... The big one I am looking at this weekend is Man United versus Spurs. And
who you fancying for that? Both form teams at the moment. Well, actually, no. Because
United are struggling at the moment. I think United are in trouble. But even though they're at home, I still think they're going to go on the defensive one. I mean, against Liverpool a week and a bit ago, they were very defensive. At the weekend, they got beat by Huddersfield. So they've got to respond to that. You know, they're at home, they're at Old Trafford. If they attack Tottenham and lose, then actually I don't think Jose Mourinho would come under as much of the cosh as if they got a 0-0 draw.
Right.
Because United have been playing really defensively against Liverpool at Anfield. 2 years running, they've parked the bus. It's despicable.
United fans are... I mean, United are sort of known for having quite an attacking style, and United fans don't appreciate the defensive thing. Am I right in saying that?
Well, this is the thing. When Jose Mourinho came in, he promised to get trophies, and he did that last season. He got them trophies, but not in an attractive fashion. This year, he's brought in a couple of big players like Lukaku.
Is Jose Mourinho capable of doing anything in an attractive fashion? He's quite...
It's hard to say. You know what? I don't think United would mind if they won the league.
He never won anything pretty at Chelsea, did he?
No, but I don't think United would mind if he won the league. It'd be all right. You know, if you ground out a league title, then United would take it. The problem is, across the city, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City are playing amazing football. So United at the moment, Man United fans are going to be screwing because, you know, their counterparts are doing very, very well. And actually, I can see Man City going on and winning the league by 8-9 points this season. Like, it's almost a formality. We're not going to speak about United. Actually, we will speak about City later on from a £1 special. But let me crack on. United, Spurs, Old Trafford. United should be getting a result. I actually fancy Spurs. I really do. I think Spurs are going to get the win there. But we're going to talk about a little double that I've got coming up in a second between them and the next game we're going to talk about.
We've got an impressive £1 special this week as well.
We have. We'll get to that in a second. Okay. So the other game that I'm going to throw in the double with Man United is the South Coast derby between Brighton and Southampton. Now, Brighton have started quite well. They've come up under Chris Hughton and done quite well. Southampton haven't had the best starts under Pellegrino, one of the Pellegrini things. Pellegrini.
Isn't that a water?
That's San Pellegrino. Oh, I love a nice orange San Pellegrino. You know, with the little foil, you know, the cans with the foil.
Yeah, they're great. The lemon one of those. I had a grapefruit one the other day.
Yeah, Aranciata is my favourite. I think that's Spanish for an orange. I don't know. I think Southampton are going to go to the Amex and win this weekend. So the double for me, that's, you know, I'm going to stick a couple of quid on, but if you stick a fiver on, you'll get yourself over 40 quid. Is Tottenham to win at Old Trafford, massive. It would be almost a season turner, that one. And also Southampton to beat Brighton. Okay, you get yourself just over 40 quid for a fiver there.
Not bad, is it?
No, but another double you could have, if you fancy those to both be a draw, which, you know, a lot of people think United are going to park the bus and get a draw on Saturday, and many think Brighton will get a draw. So actually, this is can also, this is also very possible, and it's worth a couple of quid as well, potentially. For a fiver, you get yourself over 50 quid if you go for both those games to be a draw.
Wow. And what's your £1 special for this week?
My £1 special this week. Well, before I come on to the £1 special, there's another couple of games I want to talk about. West Ham are at home to Crystal Palace. Now, West Ham...
They're at home, are they?
Yeah, West Ham are at home at the Olympics at one of those fucking stadiums. Queen Elizabeth Stadium, Upton Far. West Ham are at home, but Palace, of course, they beat Chelsea a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I don't. No.
He doesn't watch football. So basically, Palace, their manager at the moment was Roy Hodgson, ex-England manager. Okay, they sacked Ronald de Boer, Frank de Boer. They sacked one of the de Boers after he did not won a game.
He had like 4 games in charge.
Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5. Didn't win a game. Didn't score a goal. Roy Hodgson came in, still didn't score a goal. Then they beat Chelsea, and it was like whoa. And then at the weekend they got beat quite convincingly. Didn't look good at all. So this weekend coming forward now, they've got
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm. Yeah, that's what Crystal Palace does to me.
Exactly. They are
Palace.
They are very boring this season. So Palace, they travel to West Ham. I'm not even going to predict that because Slaven Bilic, West Ham have been terrible. Got beat 3-0 at the weekend. I mean, they're in real trouble. Palace are in real trouble. It's a bottom of the table clash. Who knows?
It's who can out-awful the other team.
Pretty much, yeah. We've mentioned Leicester and Everton, but my big £1 special this weekend, Adam.
I've got to say, I was mind blown.
You got to stick a quid on this, Adam. It's worth a bet. Now, of course, the likelihood of this is it probably won't come in because Manchester City are in it. But if the Man City one comes in, this could come in. Man City travel to the Hawthorns, West Brom. Now, West Brom are managed by a guy called Tony Pulis. They are very defensive. It's possible. I fancy West Brom to potentially get a draw. It's unlikely. If Man City score early doors, it's game over. But if West Brom can get them into the second half, if maybe nick a goal and put Man City on the back foot, which Man City haven't really been on the back foot much this season, be interesting to see how they get on. If City score early, then it's a waste of your 100 pence. But listen to this. So, West Brom at home to Manchester City. Watford at home to Stoke. And Liverpool at home to Huddersfield. Now you're saying, well, obviously Liverpool are going to beat Huddersfield. Are they? Did you see Huddersfield last week? Have you seen Liverpool last week? Liverpool are also in disarray. Way worse than Man United are. Even though United had that slip up, United had been unbeaten in like 10 months in the Premier League. So it's fine. It's not fine. But, Liverpool, on the other hand, their defence is shot to penises.
So you think if all 3 of these come in as draws, is that right?
Yeah, all 3 as draws. Yeah, that's 160 to 1. So for £1, you get 160 quid. If 3 games, just 3 games come in as a draw.
I've got to say, even I'm tempted by that.
Well, Man City going to West Brom, it could happen. Liverpool, I mean, I'll be honest, the way Liverpool are playing at the moment, they might lose to Huddersfield. But I actually think those 3 games could come in. So that's Watford versus Stoke. Stoke at the moment, they need a result. Mark Hughes is under a lot of pressure and Watford are playing really, really well. But I think Stoke are so desperate for a result, that one's going to be a draw. Manchester City, I think they could potentially come under a bit of a banana skin at West Brom. It's around the same time last season that Manchester City's unbeaten record fell apart and their season did come off the rails. I'm not saying the season's going to come off the rails. They look incredibly strong at the moment. But Liverpool are in bits. Manchester City may come under a banana skin. Ooh. Coming under a banana skin. And Stoke and Watford, I think, will be a draw. So for those 3, £1, 160 quid. What do you think, Adam?
I think that's it.
There you go, you see? There you go. What he just said.
Mind blown. Betting on draws, though, is that boring?
Shut up, Adam. It's about winning money. It's not about what you bet. Like, you got to think, do I want to win money? Yes. Okay. Stick a little bit of money on a couple of these games. It makes them a lot more interesting. And then if they are draws, then actually, great. You've got some money out of it. True. If they're not draws, then it was entertainment. Shazam.
What other games have we got this weekend, Marcus?
Well, I'm not going to throw any of these into the bets because they're pretty much formalities. But Chelsea travel to Bournemouth. I mean, arguably, Chelsea have been struggling a little bit. They did come back and beat Watford at the weekend. But Bournemouth... Bournemouth won at the weekend, but I do think Chelsea are going to come out on top in that one. And also Arsenal host Swansea. Arsenal seem to have found a little bit of form. Alexis is starting to look sublime, and I don't think they're...
Arsenal have won 1 game, which by Arsenal standards is form.
Well, to be honest though... Swansea, I think, are going to be in trouble this season. For me, Swansea are going to be in a relegation fight. Right. And then the other game on Monday is Burnley at home to Newcastle. Newcastle moved right up the table, got in 6th at one point of the weekend. And Burnley have been doing really well this season. They did lose to Man City last weekend, but they held out for a long period of time. They were 1-0 down until late, and then Man City went on and scored 2 more goals late on. And actually... that is below average for Man City this season, just to point out. Man City, which I know may throw my £1 bet out the window, but that's why the odds are so high for that. Manchester City have been averaging 3.6 goals a game before that game on Saturday. So technically Burnley did keep them below average. But wow. Burnley-Newcastle, I think that could be a draw on Monday. But yeah, have a look at the odds. Remember, when the fun stops, stop.
There you go, guys. 161 to 1 for the £1 bet this week. Thanks for watching. I've been Adam Thorne.
I've been Marcus J. Richardson.
And this was Sports Tips Vids UK. Sports Tips UK.
Sports Tips UK.
Sports Tips UK.
Sports Tips Vids.
We knew the fucking name of the own show.
Well, it's Sports Tips UK, but Sports Tips, we're at Sports Tips Vids. Give them a wink. Give the crowd what they want. Give them a wink.
Slut.
That was like worse than last week's wink.
I was trying.
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. West Side.